for some reason, I'm not getting pulled up on my, I can see the channel on my tablet, but I can't see the chat. I don't know why. Whoops. I don't know where that went. All right. Okay, anyway, hopefully they'll come up. What? You haven't wanted anything to do with me all day long, and now all of a sudden, just because I'm going live, you want to play. You want to play. Just because I'm at my desk, you want to play. Hi. Church has not had anything to do with me all afternoon. And now that I'm at my desk, he wants to play. He wants to play. He said, "Too. You want to play, don't you? Just old Bobby. Just old Bobby." Well, I know. Where are you going? Well, I don't know where you want to go. Okay. Anyway. So, before we get started, everything here is done with fair use. I'm not trying to implement anybody in any way. This is just for teaching and learning. All right, remove that one. Then we got this other one, because I don't know where this is going to go. So we're going to put this one up here just for in case. Trigger warning, just would you quit? You don't need to chew on cords. You don't need to chew on cords. You don't need to play with my phone either. They're both charging. You've watched too many kitten videos. Okay. All right. So, let me turn these off over here. The title for today is 3 People. Sumner County update. Sebastian Rogers, missing persons. Okay. Ow, you're biting me. So anyway, let's kind of break this down a little bit. 3 people. That kind of leads you to believe that there are 3 people. Something that has something to do with Sebastian Rogers. I'm sorry, it's not clickbait. I'm sorry, it's not clickbait in any way. There are no 3 suspects or anything like that. I'm sorry. I didn't realize until after I had already posted that this was the title, that that's what it might be. Okay, so 3 people. I'm going to do a share screen. This is my YouTube page. Look right here. This is me, Get Locker 7474. I have 697 subscribers. I'm 3 subscribers away from getting 700. I want 1,000. It's taken me 4 years to get this many. I'm 3 away. 3! Please be one of those 3. Subscribe up to my channel. It's free. It's free. Please subscribe up. It's free. There are 781 different videos on my channel. And something went wrong. Refresh. I don't know how to refresh. Well, I guess I'm just not going to be able to use my tablet today because I don't don't know what's going on over there. I don't have YouTube downloaded, so I guess I'm going to have to go and download YouTube. Okay. So anyway, I'm asking for 3 subscribers. 3 subscribers. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It costs $1.99 if you want to join and become a Locker Sleuth or come into the locker. But you can come into the locker room right there. You can come into the locker room for free. No cost, nothing. Nothing. Okay. You found him a place to lay down. If I would turn on the air conditioner, which I refuse to turn on the air conditioner until it's been triple digits 3 days in a row. Then I'll close the house up and turn the AC on. Otherwise, I want some fresh air up in this joint. I'm telling you. All right. So, I don't know what all this stuff is. It says I'm live on my channel, but I can't see it, and every other day it's been there. I will cancel. Anyway, whatever. Turn you off. I'll get you out of my face. My tablet's not doing for me today. Okay, I'm just going to have to download YouTube on it. I didn't want to download too many things on the tablet. My husband says I can put almost anything I want on it because Apple, it'll hold everything. Everything goes into Apple storage somewhere else. It don't stay on the computer, the tablet. Hey, I don't understand Apple. So, I've got an Apple Air Mac Pro downstairs in the basement. I might bring it up and then I can just set it right here on the end of my desk. I have to rearrange my desk a little because I have a fan. I put a fan right here in the window because back there it was too hot. Is the fan too loud? Do I need to up my volume or something? I don't know. Anyway, so like I know how to adjust the volume for me, but I can get a different kind of microphone and attach to my computer. No, the fan's not too loud. Good. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I need 3 more subscribers, and I would really appreciate those. I want 1,000 by Christmas. If I get 1,000 subscribers by Christmas, I will do a drawing for a gift card. And I'm not buying memberships. You get your membership for free. And in the event that I get 1,000 by Christmas, then I'll do a Christmas drawing and somebody will get a gift card. I have to wait and see how financially secure I am at that time to know whether I can, what the value is. Closer to Christmas, I'll tell you how much the gift card will be. So if you have friends that have channels or just have friends that you watch YouTube, please ask them to sub up. And I'm one of those channels that you can actually turn on my channel, leave it play while you go wash the dishes, and when you come back, just hit that thumbs up and we'll be good. You don't even have to watch my stuff. Just turn it on and let it go. Because half the time I don't know what I'm talking about anyway. I fake it till I make it. There we go. Alrighty. So let's get into Sumner County here. All right. I wanted to look at Sumner County to see if there's anything relating to Sebastian Rogers anywhere. So it pulled up, Bing actually pulled up the search engine page. That's what my husband calls it. And it says Tennessee Missing Persons, Tennessee.gov. And missing person can be a child who, let's pull this up. Can you see it? No, you can't see it. Okay, anyway, we're going to go there. We will go there because it is one of my tabbed places. Okay, so then it comes down, new details into the family of missing 15-year-old. Okay, this was March 16th of 2025. So this was just 3 months ago. Okay. Okay, I have that pulled up. That's the next thing we're going to look at. Okay, that is the next page we're going to look at. And then it comes down and shows videos of Sumner County, Tennessee missing persons. And it's Sebastian Rogers wraps it up. New details of the family of 15-year-old boy in Sumner County. He's not even by name. New details into family of missing 15-year-old boy. Boy. Seriously? That is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. You don't get to call him boy. Who do you think you are? Call him boy. Okay. Officials continue the search for missing Sumner County teen 1 year after disappearance. Now he's not even a boy. He's just a teen. And I didn't look at this one. I'm going to pull it up in just a minute. I have to give credit. I didn't give credit to this one in my comments below. So all right, so there's credit to WKRN in Nashville. Let's pull it up. What, baby? All right, this was in March of 2025, posted May of 2025. So it shows on the screen page that it happened in March. And they actually posted it in May. So, I imagine Mr. Seth Rogers be pretty upset to find out that they were. I mean, I'm sure he's probably pretty upset to know that they waited 2 months to post his thing. So let's see if we can listen to what it is. So let me get some music going on here. Well, honey, I'm sorry. I just fed you. I know you're not hungry. We'll play some Don't Loot Yourself, okay? I'm losing my voice. All right. Pull this up.
Sebastian's
apparent demand.
It has been 453 days since now 16-year-old Sebastian Rogers vanished from his home in Hendersonville. His disappearance sparked national headlines, but now his father says the case is losing momentum. With National Missing Children's Day coming up on Sunday, he is raising his voice and demanding urgency. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry is outside the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, where Sebastian's father made an emotional plea today. Caitlin.
Sebastian's biological father, Seth Rogers, was deeply frustrated when he spoke with me. He fears the case is going cold.
My son's been missing for 15 months. and they don't care.
Sebastian disappeared in February last year. He was just 15 years old. Initial search efforts involved local police, the TBI, and the FBI. But those physical searches have since shifted to focus on the investigative side. The last press conference on the case was more than a year ago.
I would love to see them actually conducting more searches. I'd like to have some communication on the tips that have come in just with me so that I know.
I think they need to search empty and vacant houses. And the reason I said that different is you have empty houses that are just empty because people don't live in them yet and they're for sale or for rent or something like that. Then you have vacant houses that nobody's lived in for years and years and they're, just in a rundown state or beginning to get in a rundown state. They need to search those types of locations, I think. I also think, I'll tell you in the next break,
that when a tip comes in, I'm not following up on what job they're supposed to do.
Seth says only one detective is actively assigned to the case and that he is often left to chase down the same leads, also sent to law enforcement.
We need more than just one set of eyes on this case, but it all falls on my shoulders to ask people to help find my son. My son means something to me. These people should be doing their job.
In his push for progress, Seth says he's reached out to lawmakers and is even drafting federal legislation aimed at reforming how child protection agencies and the Amber Alert system handle missing children's cases.
It's a federal oversight law on places like CPS, DCS, the Amber Alert, getting it redone and taking it out of people's hands that don't care about the children.
Okay. In my opinion, I'm having to break in because of fair use thing. So what I think should happen is Sumner County should request trail cam, ring cam, and street cams, the stoplight cams for the whole county, for the whole Sumner County. It doesn't matter who you are in Sumner County. If you've got any type of camera outside your house, you need to be putting in your videos. They need to go to Sumner County so Sumner County can look over them because Sebastian Rogers might just be on one of those videos somewhere. I don't know where he went. Okay.
According to the FBI, an estimated 460,000 children are reported missing in the U.S. every year. Seth says every one of those cases deserves attention, including Sebastian's.
A parent demands answers. We demand answers because our heart is missing. He is my world. I need him. I need him back with me.
We reached out to the Sumner County Sheriff's Office for a statement. They assured us this case remains a top priority and said in part, please know that behind the scenes a tremendous amount of work has been done and will continue. Some aspects of the investigation are not visible to the public due to the sensitive nature of the case. Sebastian's family continues to ask for the community's help. If you know anything about Sebastian's whereabouts, you're asked to call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office or the TBI. Those numbers can be found on our website at WKRN.com. Live in Gallatin, Caitlin Quisenberry.
Thank you, Caitlin Quisenberry. All right. YouTube's covering the case of missing Sumner County teen win some legal battles. Okay, February 2025, we are going to find him. Sumner County teen Sebastian Rogers missing for 1 year. December 2024, search for Sebastian Rogers captivates Middle Tennessee and social media throughout 2024. Do you approve or disapprove of your state's current governor? Okay, I'm not Sebastian. I'm not Tennessee, so I'm not going to answer that. But, okay. So, yeah. Okay, now, I put Sumner County update. Okay? Now this is from News Channel 5, Nashville. And I'm going to show you the title of this right here. Okay. New details into the family of the missing 15-year-old boy in Sumner County. That makes you think, whoa, we're going to find out something, right? Let's go. What? Posted 11:30 a.m. February 28th, 2024. And this is Nashville News. This is Sumner County News, okay? This is nothing. Nothing. I'm not going to listen to it because we've all heard it 100 times. Because that was from 2 days after Sebastian was reported missing. 2 days after Sebastian was reported missing. This was even before Nick Barris found the flashlight video. Okay? So, I mean, an Amber Alert has been issued by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation for 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers in Sumner County. Sebastian disappeared from his home either late Sunday night or early Monday morning and was reported missing by his family. The teen lives with his biological mother and stepfather. His biological father is also His biological father is also a deputy with the Davidson County Sheriff's Office, according to Sheriff Darren Hall. Right there, that tells you that Sebastian's father, his biological father, had nothing to do with this. Aside from the fact that we all know he was working in the detention center that night, 13 hours on camera. And I'm not saying that the cameras were following him for 13 hours. I'm saying the cameras were following everybody who was working, every deputy that was working in that location that night during that 13 hours. They're on that camera during that 13 hours. All of them. All of them during that. He has to do rounds. I think every hour, every 2 hours. I don't know. They have to do a complete walk around that place. And he's on camera. And sometimes, depending on the what's going on, it can take them from midnight till 1 o'clock to get that round done. If they're shorthanded by somebody and they're having to do somebody else's work too at the same time, it takes them longer to get the rounds done. I'm just saying. And the only reason I know this is because my husband used to be he used to work at a detention center here in Nowhereville, Kansas. So, yeah. So, okay. Their new update, new details on Sebastian were bupkis. They're a year-old details. All right, so then we're going to go over to Hendersonville Online. Because I started looking into Hendersonville. CO. Yeah, the county. But here in this state, being a corrections officer at the detention facility does not automatically make you a deputy for the county. you're just a corrections officer. You're not, you don't have anything else to do with, they're not armed in any way. And matter of fact, they got to wear about 35 pounds of stab gear and in a stab vest through the whole night. And when it's 100 degrees outside, in the facility here in over in El Dorado, if it's 100 degrees outside, it's 120 degrees inside that building. They do have air conditioning, but they don't have adequate enough air conditioning to keep the whole place cool. And sometimes when he's up walking around the top of the rafters, it's even hotter than 120 degrees up there. He was right. Correction officers. He was working. Come here, baby. He was working 4 12-hour shifts, and he would work, and then he'd come home and sleep in between, and he'd be exhausted. And he'd come home and sleep, and I'd wash his uniform, get it ready for him for the night, because it was sweat. By the time he got from the truck to inside the building, he was soaked with sweat. And then he had to wear those sweaty clothes all night long, and they didn't get a chance to dry. So, and then he'd come home, take off his wet clothes, and I'd do his laundry while he was in bed asleep to work next night. Well, it got to where after about a month, he was working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was his scheduled nights to work. Well, we were spending Sunday nights in the ER because he was fighting heat exhaustion. No matter how much electrolyte water he was taking or anything like that. I mean, because he was drinking Gatorade by the gallon, and he was still dehydrated. And it's hard to be a corrections officer, I'm telling you. All right, back to me running my mouth. Sumner County authorities provide update on missing teen Sebastian Rogers. This was 12/12/24, so at least it was 10 months. 10 months. And it's not a video, it's just a picture. Sumner County, Tennessee, nearly 10 months after the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers, law enforcement and emergency personnel provide the first significant update in months on the case that has gripped the local community. This past weekend, I want to thank the person that sent me $200 Venmo. Thank you. You don't know how much that helps. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Here we go. And emergency provide first significant update in months on the case that has gripped the local community. This past weekend marked Sebastian's 16th birthday, a bittersweet milestone as the search for him continues under an active Amber Alert. Hey, quit scratching me. So, yeah. Aw, you're so sweet. My Venmo is my email address, which is nancy@getlocker.com. If anybody, and my cash app's getlocker.com. Everything's getlocker.com. The case that's far too cold. Sumner County Sheriff Eric Craddock, who has been leading the investigation Sebastian vanished from his Hendersonville home on February 25th or 26th, reiterated that this remains an active and ongoing case. It is not a cold case. It is an active and ongoing investigation, Kraft stated firmly. Okay, now, as long as Craddock is stating, if he states that, if he was to say it today, he could say it is not a cold case. As long as Eric Craddock says it's not a cold case, Seth cannot request the cold case people to come in and look for it, to come in and help find Sebastian. As long as Eric Craddock is saying it is not a cold case, Seth cannot request higher up help. If you ask me, that's BS. So, in the beginning of the case, we heard that if they're missing for over a year, then they can be looked into by the cold case people. But if the sheriff's department or the law enforcement agency that is looking into the case says this is not a cold case, then cold case people won't come in and look. They won't, no matter how long he's been missing. Since Sebastian's disappearance, hundreds of tips have been pursued, yet there have been no confirmed sightings. Despite this lack of concrete evidence, the team remains undeterred. You're so close to 700 subscribers. I hope it helps your channel grow. Thank you. Thank you. This is what my moderator, Manda Panda, says. She says, you're so close to 700 subscribers. Hope it helps your channel grow. Thank you. Thank you. What? You're about to fall off the chair going to sleep. That's why you're not comfortable. Okay. Sebastian's disappearance. Okay. Well, it's real easy to sit on social media and make those comments, Craddock remarked, addressing the challenges posted by misinformation and speculation. So he's listening to Chris Proudfoot at this point. Chris Proudfoot's calling everybody barefoot warriors, keyboard warriors, whatever you want to call them. And Chris Proudfoot at this point, this has been 10 months, and this is when, to the best of my knowledge, the YouTube streets started splitting. And we got green team and we got beautiful blue jays. Christopher Proudfoot, in my opinion, going on, because this is about the time they started doing more interviews and things like that. And he's going on all these people, Illuminati and nonsense and Granny's watching, and he's been on Smiley's channel. He's been on several channels, okay? And Chris Proudfoot says he's blaming the content creator. Chris Proudfoot blamed Smiley for being the reason the content creators are out here saying what they're saying. It's not Smiley's fault. Smiley is not telling people to come out here and say Chris Proudfoot had something to do with it. Smiley is not telling people to go out there and say Katie Proudfoot had something to do with it. Smiley's not telling people that. Bullhorn Betty's not telling people that. AWBJ is not telling people that. I am not telling people that. Seth is not telling people that. The mob crew is not telling people that. Evil CJ wasn't telling people that back in the beginning, but I think he flipped over to the other side. Terry Lynn, she wasn't telling people that. She was Team Sebastian, and then she flipped to the other side too. So, we're not telling people to blame Chris and Katie. People are going to form their own opinion depending on what they've heard. And if we're not hearing anything from the Sumner County Sheriff's Department, all we can do is speculate and ask questions. If we ask questions, Chris Proudfoot gets mad and says we're jumping down his butt. We're not jumping in his butt about nothing. We don't know the answer to the question if we don't ask the question. Just because we're asking a question does not mean we're accusing you of anything. The only way you could feel like asking a question is an accusation as if you're guilty. I'm sorry. That's just plain stating facts, okay? The human element in the search. Ken Widener, Sumner County Emergency Management Agency Director, has been at the forefront of the physical search effort since the first day of Sebastian's disappearance. Widener spoke emotionally about the case, sharing how deeply it has affected him. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about Sebastian, he says. Widener's team remains prepared to mobilize a moment's notice. We have canines on standby, search teams and drones ready. You better feed them dogs, they're going to get hungry. We go whenever we receive a credible lead, he explained. The ongoing readiness underscores the determination of the authorities to bring Sebastian home and provide answers to his family and the community. Then why aren't you providing answers? Why aren't you providing answers to the family and the community? We need to know. We care about Sebastian. It seems like more than y'all do. More than you law enforcement people do. I'll put it that way. And we definitely care about Sebastian more than anybody on the beautiful Blue Jay side cares. They just want to grip money off of Sebastian. Granny, barbecue, Julie Skolnick, or however you say her name. TikTok Julie is what I call her. Queen Bee, B. Tim. Nonsense. Y'all are grifters. Y'all are using Sebastian's name and not talking about Sebastian because you think that Brittany, AWBJ, is going to talk about Sebastian. So you're putting Sebastian's name in your title thinking Brittany's going to talk about Sebastian. And if Brittany doesn't talk about Sebastian, you just grifted off Sebastian's name. If Brittany talks about Sebastian, you grifted off of Brittany. So please stop calling Brittany a grifter. Community involvement and challenges. The search for Sebastian has mobilized not only local authorities, but the broader Sumner County community. Despite the absence of confirmed sightings, the community has rallied to support the Rogers family and the investigative team. However, the investigation has faced challenges from the proliferation of rumors and misinformation on social media, which can distract from legitimate leads. Okay, now listen. Did you catch that? Did you read what I just read? Despite the abundance of confirmed sightings, the community has rallied to support the Rogers family. Thank you for supporting Seth. Thank you. Seth needs the support. He needs your prayers. Seth and Sebastian, they didn't mention nothing about the Bower Sox or the Proudfoots or the guys or anybody like that. They talked about the Rogers. That's Seth and Sebastian. Investigators deal with facts, Sheriff Craig said. We're seeking evidence and hard leads to guide us towards resolution. The approach has been critical in ensuring the integrity of the investigation, though it often leaves the public yearning for more information. That's right, because you're not giving us any information. AWBJ just posted something about Barry Morphew has finally been indicted. So if you follow AWBJ, you can go check her out. We're seeking evidence and hard leads guide towards resolution. They are not searching empty buildings. We were told the day Seth had the last vigil, the last prayer vigil, several of us got news that day. Somebody came forward on these YouTube streams and said that he was the driver of that car at 3 a.m. He said it is a red sports car with a black racing stripe. He said he stays over near the motel in, I can't think of the name of the town. It's the same motel where they thought they saw a sighting of Sebastian and they sent the police officers there. That probably was Sebastian, because outside of there are some empty grain loft type buildings and old warehouses outside of that motel. At the time Seth was doing the last vigil, this guy said that Sebastian was held in a house next to those empty places. He said Sebastian was about to be moved very soon. And he said that tomorrow I will be parked in that motel parking lot in Bartlettsville. Okay? And he said he would be there. I contacted Smiley, who I knew was at the vigil. I sent her a message right away. I sent Smiley a message. I sent Justin a message. I sent Brittany a message. Apparently they didn't get their emails, because I sent them all emails and nothing was done. When I did hear something about it 3 or 4 days later, they said, oh, it was just somebody saying that they were just wanting attention. Nobody checked into it. Nobody checked into it. They could have maybe possibly have found Sebastian that day. Seth's prayers could have been answered that day. I'm mad about that. I'm mad about that. A long road ahead. As the months stretch on, the pain of Sebastian's absence is palpable for those closest to the case. Sheriff Craddock and his team remain resolute, but they acknowledge the emotional toll of such an extended investigation. We are committed to finding answers for Sebastian and his family, Craddock said. EMA Director Widener echoed this commitment, emphasizing that his team is ready to act as soon as a credible lead emerges. Now, how they gonna know if the lead's credible or not? How? You gotta check every lead, no matter how small, because that very small, tiny lead could be credible. And we know, don't call the sheriff's office, because you're going to get a phone number for somebody who's been retired for 2 years. The combined efforts of law enforcement, search teams, and the community underscore the collective determination to resolve this case. A call for information. Authorities continue to urge anybody with credible information to come forward. Tips can be submitted to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, TBI tip line, at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Every lead, no matter how small it may seem, is treated with the utmost seriousness. Well, feathers, they just said up there that they only want credible leads. They didn't say they cared if they were small or large. And now here it says every team, no matter how small. They don't want the small. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to wake you up. As Sebastian's 16th birthday passes, his family, friends, and the entire Sumner County hold on to hope that answers will come. The enduring dedication of those involved in the search serve as testament to the strength of the community united by compassion and determination. You know what? That community, from what I have seen and heard on other YouTube streams, now I ain't mentioned no names. But from what I've heard on the YouTube streets, is the community is done with it. They've had enough. The people that live closest to the Proudfoot family, the people in that area of the community, are fed up with the lies. They're fed up with the baloney. They're done with it. They just want the people involved to come forward and say, this is it. But at this point, in this late in the day, they can't come forward and say, we did it. They can't. It's already been to the point where they can't even come forward and say, we found our son. They can't do it. They cannot. That would automatically make them look guilty, more guilty than they already look, if they're the ones that automatically find their son. Or, in my opinion, if anybody on any one of the beautiful Blue Jays, Chris, or Stephen Crabtree, I don't watch them, so I forget the name. Granny, Queen Bee, Barbecue, No Sense, any of them. Illuminati. What's Beyonce's name? I don't know. Dolly, or PJ. If any of those were the ones to find Sebastian, even Truth. Sorry, I gotta say it. Even if Truth were the one to find Sebastian at this point, because I think all of them know where Sebastian is. In my opinion, they all know where Sebastian is. Especially Truth. He's good friends with the Proudfoot. Illuminati and Beyonce are good friends with the Proudfoot. Crabtree is good friends with the Proudfoot. They all know where Sebastian is. All these going out and looking for ticks and looking for water and doing all this crap, doing whatever kind of nose candy or whatever they're going to do out there in the woods. That's all it is going out in the woods to do their nose candy. That's all it was. In my opinion, they were not actually searching for Sebastian, because they were going in areas that there's no way that child could possibly have gone and searching. It's stupid. They all know. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. My opinion, and I'm entitled to have my opinion. They all know. None of them can come forward with having found Sebastian, because they would all look guilty. Until the day comes, the collective focus of the community, law enforcement, and emergency personnel remains unwavering. The case of Sebastian Rogers is a poignant reminder of the power of hope, persistence, and the enduring commitment to seek the truth. Yeah, seek the truth. Start indicting people. I'm serious. Bring these people in for questioning. You threaten them with something, because I guarantee you, any one of them, if you do a UA on them, they're going to come back positive, because we've seen it happen on camera. We see them telling people on camera that they do these kind of things. If they're going to say on the YouTube streets that they're doing something, then they're guilty of doing something. And if they're going to put a video out showing that they're doing something out in the woods, then they're guilty of doing it. They need to be checked. Do a hair follicle test. You can check me for hair follicles. You go back 60 years and you ain't going to find squat. I see it back. Yes, you do. Okay. Miracle sheets. Get the perfect sleep with this miracle. These things are $1,400 a set. Or they were 3 years ago when I first heard about them. Alright, so now your feet are still, oh, is that your daddy? Is that your daddy? CJ, is that you? Your son's looking for you. Is that daddy? Is that daddy? Hey, church. Is that daddy? Alright. Are you going to warm up your little one?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Wait till you see what I got him. I have to show you off camera. It is. Let me back up. This big reel. You're getting high vipers in here. Huh? You're getting high vipers. All right. This is from TBI Newsroom. All right. Amber Alert status, Sebastian Rogers. Updated 2/25/25. February 26 marks 1 year since then 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers was reported missing from his Sumner County home. That morning, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office issued a missing persons report to begin efforts to locate Sebastian. The TBI Endangered Child Alert was pushed out and was then elevated to a statewide Amber Alert. FBI special agents from the multiple units assisted in the search along with multiple local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies, including the FBI and Secret Service. The efforts include multiple large-scale searches on the ground, in the water, and from air. During daytime and evening hours, residents in the area also conducted searches on their own properties in the hopes of finding Sebastian. The TBI continues to assist the Sumner County Sheriff's Office in this investigation. Okay. This is Amber Alert. That's the one we want, right? Amber Alert.
Am I allowed to see the movie?
What movie?
House of Dragons this time.
When?
Whatever time works for you. Sunday 1 p.m., 4 p.m., or 7 p.m.
Well, it depends. We'll see how things go between now and then. I'm not making promises today for something Sunday.
Because Sunday's the only day I have available, because Mondays are closed. Go on here. They still haven't showed up on their display board that they're going to be playing. There's been something of some movie. The Last Rodeo is what they have up there, and I don't know what the other movie name was.
Well, we'll see. I cannot make you promises, okay?
Alright.
You want to go see it last weekend, and they lied to me. Okay, so I'm going to print this out, and I'm going to take it to my local Walmart, and I'm going to ask them to put it up. And I'm going to take it to our local grocery store, because we have a Walmart and a grocery store. That's all we have in our county. And I'm going to ask them to put it up. And if they take it down in a week, I'll put it back up. All right. And then we're going to go to the TBI. Something we were just on TBI, but we're going to do TBI again. Okay. This is TBI, active missing child alerts. Okay. This is sad. This is where the trigger warning part comes in. If you have information about any of these missing children, please call 800-TBI-5. Okay. Tennessee Endangered Child Alert. Mania Johnson, resolved. She's been found. Tennessee Endangered Child. Nazir Johnson. They went missing on the same day, and it's been resolved. So apparently, is that mother, son? I don't know. Or brother, sister? I don't know. But they've been found. The Tahayon Chavez, missing since May 4th, 2024. 7 years old, Union City, Tennessee. She's still missing. Sebastian is the first Amber Alert. This is a young adult alert, Holland Snap. And she went missing in 23 at 19 years old. Lila Santinella, I've heard about her. She went missing in June of 26. Then Kennedy Hoyle went missing at 2 days old. So this baby was taken out of the hospital. That baby was taken out of the hospital. Well, I don't know. Nowadays they let people. Who's toothless? I got my teeth. Oh, yeah, Toothless. He wants to go see the humanized version of How to Train Your Dragon. And then we've got Summer Wells is an Amber Alert. Eva Alejandra Lopez is not an Amber Alert. Chloe Leverett, 9 years old, in 2012, is an Amber Alert. She would be an adult. She's 15 years old now. Gage Daniel. They went missing on the same day. Are they brother and sister, like half brother and half sister? They went missing on the same day, the same town. Wow. And Zaylee Grace Fryer, 4 months old, were missing, and so she'd be a young lady now. But this is too many people. Too many people to not have enough answers for. And this is the one that was on that Bing page, on the search engine page. Toothless the Dragon, yeah. I got that. All right. Tennessee's missing persons. Active missing. See Tennessee Amber Alerts and Endangered Children Alerts issued by TBI to help locate missing children. And then it says right here, note, the individuals listed on this site do not represent all missing persons in the state. Those posted on TBI's website may be those in a variety of circumstances, including parental abduction, children considered at risk, those who've left home on their own, individuals who meet criteria for amber, endangered child, or a silver alert, and other types of cases in which publicity may prove helpful in locating them. Click each picture for more detail in a participating poster. And this says missing children data. Note, endangered young adult alert issued as part of the Holy Bobo Act are included in the endangered child alert below. In 2024, they had amber alerts and 50 endangered children. In 23, they had 6 amber alerts and 42. In 22, they had 8 amber alerts and 42. In 21, they had 13 amber alerts and 38 endangered. Now, it looks to me like things are going on the rise. Okay, these numbers, the amber alerts are going down. But the missing people are going up. The endangered are going up and the amber are going down. So that leads me to say that Tennessee doesn't care about their missing people enough to put out an amber alert. That's just my story. That's what I think. And this is the same list that we saw a little bit ago. These are different people. These people went missing after Sebastian went missing. This was in 22. So there's too many teenagers. Too many teenagers going missing in Tennessee. This is a young one. But most of them are teenagers. Young people. This person didn't want her picture taken. That looks like a mugshot or a brought into Child Protective Services, like DCFS or something. Boy, if that my daughter used to make that face when she was younger. That's the I got some for you face. All right. You don't know what I'm about to do. Oh, this one I'm not. My browser blocked my screen. That's because I stopped. I'm already figured out what I want to talk about tomorrow, so I'm going into the Idaho for tomorrow. So, all right. My moderator said she saw a package. So, my point here. Let me put it in the ending to what I'm thinking. My point here is Sumner County doesn't care. I think they are in the Proudfoot's back pocket or the Bowersock's back pocket. That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. And anybody who's on the beautiful Blue Jay side cannot come forward and say, look, I found Sebastian. They can't, because they already know where he's at, in my opinion. I don't think in all these months, Chris and Katie have been friends with this many people that are beautiful Blue Jays and had them break bread in their house or go out to lunch with them and break bread. You can't tell me they have been in close communication with those people for this many months and not have said something about where Sebastian is. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I know if I personally had done something with one of my children, which I would never do, but if I had, I wouldn't be able to keep my mouth shut that long. I tell off on myself. I can't tell lies. If I don't know something, I'm going to say I don't know it. And I'm going to tell you the truth. But if I know something, I cannot say I don't know it and have any way for you to believe me. And I think that's the situation the Crowdfits are in. They cannot say they don't know it and in any way have us believe them. That's just the way I feel. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way. But I'm not saying that I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that in my opinion, these people all know. They all know. Let's go over there and open the package, and then I'll show you some things that I want to show you. Oh, I know what this is. This came in my husband's name, but it's for me. It's Dramamine. I know I can go to Walmart and buy it, but he ordered it on a reoccurring cycle, so I automatically get a month's supply every month. But I run out. For 3 days before I get the supply. So I'm gonna take these out. Look what I found. For $2. Isn't that gorgeous? This is called a Jack in the Pulpit Bud Paste. I went to another yard sale and these were all 50 cents. I got this because it's a pretty, where's it at? A pretty bracelet, and my granddaughter would like it. And she could hang things off of it. And then they had this ring is 925 silver, and it's 50 cents. And this ring is 925 silver. It's got a little stone in there. I think it's a CZ. It needs cleaned up. It was 50 cents. Are you watching my channel? Okay. These are pot holders. I got these for $3. That's not the big one. These go to the big one. Guess what I found? These are signed in gold letters. It says Maryland on it. You can't really see them in this light. Let me see if I can turn this light on. Okay, maybe that helps. They are very beautiful. These look like bushel baskets. I paid 50 cents a piece for these, a pair. I only got these to make it a full dollar, okay? And then I realized, after I had already paid for these and we were bagging them up, that the stem is broken on this one, which breaks my heart because they're salt and pepper shakers. And they're And then I bought this little oil lamp for $1 because I wanted this base for an oil lamp that I got my husband earlier that didn't have an oil lamp flute on it, and I got it for this. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but I'll figure something out. And currently on my website, getlocker.com, we have 42 sets of salt and pepper shakers. Currently on eBay, we have 42 different sets of salt and pepper shakers from what's on my website. And then I just got 4 more pair. Well, that one I can't sell. I got 3 more, and then last week I got a set of grapes. So that's 4 more sets that I'm going to put on eBay. Have you ever seen the likes of this? I haven't looked into it. I don't know what it's blown glass. I know that. You can see the sponsors card. Pumpkins are mine. Okay, you can have pumpkins. This is a wall pocket. You hang it on your wall and you can put flowers in it. Like this on your wall. Get back in there, Wisteria. I've never seen anything like it. Can't wait to find out what the value of that is. But she sold it to me for $2, so. And then I got this. Can you see the etching in it? It is a tumble up. And that's kind of a purplish color glass. I mean, I know my shirt makes it look, there you go. People just go around hanging glass on their wall, I guess. But this is a beautiful etched tumble up. It's purple. I mean, it is purple. And it's beautiful. I think I paid $3 for that. This is raku pottery, and it is a spoon rest for by your stove, and it's raku. Beautiful. Paid $1 for it because they didn't know what they had. What are you doing? You gonna attack me? After this, I have one more piece. I have a weakness for this. I have 3 of these currently listed on my eBay, on my GetLocker website. This one will go on eBay. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. This is Butterbell. It was made in 2013, so it's not vintage, but it's still a beautiful Butterbell. I have a weakness for Butterbells. I like Butterbells. I do not use a Butterbell, but I love it. I got this for my granddaughter. It is a prayer rock that she can carry around with her. And it's from St. Francis of Assisi. And it's a prayer rock. I got it for my granddaughter. And have you ever heard of sipping stones? I've never heard of sipping stones. I don't know what they're for. But it's a bag of stones. Oh, it's for adult drinks? Never heard of it. Well, I don't drink that kind of stuff. But I've never heard of these. And they look like they're made out of granite. This kind of has a marble effect going through it. But I never heard of them, so I bought them so I could research them and find out what they were. I mean, they were 50 cents. How can you not research something? Pay to learn. And then I have a good friend that is a Kansas City Chiefs fan, bigger Chiefs fan than I am. So I got that for Christmas. And then I got my husband a pair of jeans and a pair of shorts. And hold on. I need you to go in your room. I need you to go in your room. It was, did you eat the rest of it? Thank you. Okay, it'll be just a minute. He's fixing to leave, and then I'll show you what I got him. Let's find out what this. That's not bad. I don't know if you can see it. The Jack in the Pulpit's worth $10, and I paid $2. Make sure it's gone. Allah. Look at that. It has a safety and a pull here, and I don't know nothing about it. So, anyway, he's all about Nerf. So That's what those Nerf bullets are for. I got that for him. I don't know. I think you'll like it. What do you think? He's a maggot. So yeah, that is what I got today. I only spent a total of like, well, that Nerf gun was a little bit more. It was $10. But other than that, I only spent like $10 other dollars. So $10, $15. So it's not bad. I went to like 8 yard sales. A lot of them had nothing but little kids' clothes. Give him the Nerf gun after you leave? Why is that? Is Drew a big Nerf person? I could give it to him before you get there. But I think my granddaughter's going to like that. It says, Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. So he doesn't take you down. He's got enough Nerf guns. He could do that if he wanted to. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much as seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is given that we receive. It is in the pardoning that we are pardoned. And it is in the dying that we are born to eternal life. St. Francis Assisi. So, and it's prayer rocks. You can hold it while she's praying and whatever. So, alrighty. Thank y'all for being here. What are your opinions on Sebastian and Sumner County as a whole? Do you think they're doing what they need to be doing to help Sebastian? Thank you. It's hard to find for her and for her because just because of the things that the other one, the number 2, she's easy to find for. As a matter of fact, when I was looking at this paper mache purse, I don't know if you can see it. This is this is French. This is French newspapers that used to paper mache it. That's the first thing you saw. I got this at Goodwill last week. And the sad thing is it's got a little bitty tear right there because they put one of their stickers right there on it. And when I was peeling the sticker off, the corner of that piece got peeled off. But a mode illustrate. But yeah, this is all it's in French, and it's really cool if you open it up It's a box purse. So you'd have to put everything like this and hold it laid down. But I don't think if somebody was to have something like this, I don't think this would be one of those things that they'd want to carry and use. It does have some wear on the paint, but I mean, a little bit of black paint may touch that right back up. But other than that, it's in really good condition. And it's got good put togethers at the bottom. The value, the going value on this, I paid $4 for it at Goodwill. The going value for this is right at $29. So that's a pretty good value. And I also got another ginger grater plate, but this one comes with the cleaning brush. Got it where you can clean the ginger out of the inside of this. I've never seen it with the cleaning brush still in the package. So, all right, that is what I have for today. Garlic, you're right, or ginger. I guess you could grate ginger or garlic on it. You're right, it is a garlic grater. It's sad that big bowl one that I had, the only one I've ever seen, it sold right before you said you wanted it. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I've already started my research for tomorrow. There's a key witness in the Idaho 4. It says key witness into Idaho college murders case breaks silence. New docu-series. So there's a docu-series or something about it. So I'm going to look into that. And then I also 10 true crime conspiracy theories. What do y'all think about conspiracy theories? You think that I don't even have a clue how to research them, but it sounds interesting to me. And if you look at it, what's going on in the Sebastian Rogers case is a lot of conspiracy theories going on. There are. So oh gosh. Talking about the P. Diddy case. What's the matter, sweetheart? Well, where are you at? I don't even see you. Oh, there you are. All right, so what I'm going to go into, we're going to talk about the Idaho 4 tomorrow. And thank you for being here. Do something nice for someone, even if it's just be the reason that they smile. And get locked. See you tomorrow.